now to our exclusive new look. It's a new consumer report. It's a study has been out, and it's showing about prescription drug use. It shows that a majority of Americans are taking pills more than any other time in our recent history, and our senior medical contributor. That's why I walked over here to be with Dr. Jen Ashton.
How are you?
Get a little workout in. So, what is this saying here? How much are we taking as Americans?
It's kind of a report card on our general health, how many prescription medications Americans are taking, and we're not that healthy. We're not doing that well. We are getting a lot of prescriptions from doctors, but I think people are also asking for them a lot. So about over 55% of Americans taking 4 or more prescription medications, about 75% of us taking over-the-counter. We tend to think that doesn't count. It does. And let me show you why that's a problem.
Okay.
Ideally, you have a symptom, you have a disease, you have an illness or an issue, you take a medication to balance good therapeutic effect with side effects. One medication, you're doing okay. The more you add, it has the potential to tip that balance and maybe treat the condition, but also side effects, cost, all those things really potentially go up.
You're one of those doctors filling out the prescription form. So what's the crux of the problem?
I mean, I have a pen and a pad, and
Mm-hmm.
here's the issue that I see kind of in the trenches. Problem with extremes. I see a lot of patients on too many meds that they may not need anymore, and then I see the other end of the spectrum. I see people who really need prescription medication and are afraid to take it, have been misinformed, suboptimally managed. So I'm interested in teaching people how to think like a doctor. So what does that mean? 4 questions. You're suggested to take a medication. Ask, what are the risks of taking this medication? What are the risks of not taking the medication? Then what are the benefits of the treatment? And what are the benefits of not treating it? When you start to ask those questions, then it can become a lot more clear whether you actually need it.
How do we take more control in the amount that we're taking?
Document. So starting, keep a log of the medications that you're on, and then you want to review that log with your healthcare provider. This can be one of the most important things you do at those visits. I think it's critically important to check for interactions, not just drug-drug interactions, but drug-food interactions. There are good online sites that are free that you can do that. And then you want to ask your healthcare provider, what is the end point here? Some people do need medications indefinitely, but others don't. And so you want to ask, is there a stop point?
But you have to also be careful about just stopping cold turkey.
100%. We say it all the time, and you gave great medical advice there, Robin. You never want to abruptly stop a medication without talking with your healthcare provider. So if you're thinking of stopping, you want to speak to that healthcare provider or your pharmacist, who are great resources. You want to come up with a timeline. Sometimes we taper down half a dose or every other day, every third day, and then think of alternatives. If you're taking a sleep aid, maybe meditate, maybe get a new mattress, and you might not need the medication.
All good info there. Thank you, Jen.